Hello Investments, this is Des.
What are you doing sitting around at your desk all day? You need to be investing everything you can.
I
Yes,
have
right
all
away.
my money ready to invest here, and now is the best time to
Of course.
invest. The stock markets are down, everything is low. We need to buy.
Now is the time. Get up here, bud, and start working for me. What do you think I pay you for?
When the stocks are low,
I
that's
will
the
buy
time to
everything I
strike
can.
them up. That's when you're going to make the largest return on your investments. When everything is low,
I'll be right on it.
and over 1 year, they'll all go back high, and you'll get so much out of your investment. What are you doing? Sell everything you can, liquidate all my assets, invest into the market.
No problem.
Get rid of all those bonds. I want
That-
ETFs. Invest in those mutual funds. Fill up your TFSA. Get them all accounted for. We want everything high, max. Now is the time. Now get working.
Welcome back to 5-Minute Message. You know, I've been chatting a lot with a friend of mine lately, and he's really big on investing. And investing is basically you giving your money to a company or organization, and as they grow and get bigger, so does the money you gave them. And when the time is right, you sell that investment and you make money. You make a return on your investment. And you know, everyone always says when things are down, when there's crisis or anything, that's when it's the time to buy. And really, because companies get low or they drop and they dip down, and then you can buy them for cheap. And then when things get back to normal, you again make a big return on your investment. So I've been thinking a lot how with this opportunity where times are low and have dipped in our lives, how can I make the most of my time, and how can I invest in things like myself or my friends and family? And I think it's a great time for us to think about all those things that we would have liked to do. Like maybe it's time, you know, I can clean my room finally. Maybe it's time that I can pick up that hobby or do something I want to. And better yet, maybe it's time to invest in the Word and invest in your relationship with God. I really have to encourage myself often not to get lazy and to, you know, just sleep away the day, but to get up and you know, make the most of my time. And so many times we have the excuse that like, oh, I'm too busy, or I really would pray more, but I just have time, or I should read a devotion, but I'm just too tired in the morning. Well, let me tell you, now we have the time, and I really just want to encourage you all to invest in you, to invest in people, and to invest in your relationship with God. And so, I mean, when we look at this practically, what does that look like? And I think I have a really great example of someone in our senior high youth who has really taken advantage of this time. And I've been chatting with him, and he's told me how he's made a schedule and a bucket list of things he wants to accomplish and do every day. And has a routine. He's getting up early. He said, hey, I've always wanted to play the guitar and I've wanted to learn. So he's learning, he's playing the guitar, and he's making progress. And also, he said, I want to invest in my relationship with God. And he's reading and learning more and more every day. He's investing his time, and he's getting a return out of it. So what does this look like for you? Well, maybe this is time for you to clean your room. Maybe it's time for you to pick up a hobby or play a new instrument or start reading or doing something you've always wanted to do. But don't leave God out of it. Because now we have a great opportunity to invest in our relationship with God. And all the time that we give to God now is only going to better ourselves and our future and what God has in store for us. Listen, be aware of what God is saying to you now and what he wants to do with you and through you, especially at this time. So here's a verse from Colossians chapter 1, verse 9 and 10. Going partway through 9, it says, we continually ask God to fill you with the knowledge of his will through all the wisdom and understanding the Spirit gives, so that you may live a life worthy of the Lord and please him in every way, bearing fruit in every good work, growing in the knowledge of God. Ask God to fill you with knowledge and understanding so that you can live a life that's fulfilling, a life that's pleasing to God, and that you can continue to grow in the knowledge of God and bearing fruit in every good work. These are things that you want to strive for and things that you want to take advantage of and invest now. Take this opportunity. Don't look back 10 years from now and be like, oh, if I only did more with my time then. Or don't look back 10 days from now and say, oh, if I only took advantage of that time. Now is the time to invest. So I want to encourage you, and let's talk about it. What can you do? How can you invest in yourself? How can you pick up something that you've wanted to do, or a hobby you've been wanting to do? How can you invest in your family or in your friends? How can you spend more time and building your relationship with them and serving one another? And lastly, what can you do and how can you add God into your routine? How can you invest in your relationship with God? Are you reading your Bible? Are you praying? Do you want to pick up a devotion? Maybe chat with someone about something you've been learning. There's so many things we can do. So now is the time that we can invest. So let's chat more about that as a group. And so I will see you back in 2 minutes.